Lovely. All right, let's get going. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I've been looking forward to this. It was actually quite easy to set up the event, and I love the Zoom link and all the different facilities it gives the host, including, apart from the problem we had with the recording, you can manage your Zoom settings and events in there, and you can see all the RSVPs, etc. Really quite useful. So it was a bold decision because I don't normally like to have these. These sessions when there's only like 3 or 4 people that arrive, and you wonder what value they were with just a couple of people. You want them to be like hundreds of people, but in essence, actually, once you've recorded it, you can send it around your social network and therefore get the value out of it that way. So even if you're just doing this on your own to an audience of nobody, it's probably still quite good to actually do. So I wanted to go through, I've got a checklist here of 10 things I want to go through, just to make sure I cover them all. So we'll take questions at the end. This is 40 minutes. Zoom allows you 40 minutes of free time. So I've got 40 minutes on my free account. And thereafter, we'll have, I think it's going to take about 20 minutes, and then we'll have about 10 minutes of questions. I think the 10 minutes of questions won't be recorded or won't be used in any promotion, so feel free to ask anything that might be deemed sensitive otherwise. Okay, so create group is the first thing I've got. So I want to now basically tell the world about submarines. Okay, they're a particular brand called U-Boat Works, who asked me before Christmas to work with them this year to market their submarines. So it made sense to me because I'm a yacht broker, and a lot of my clients may well actually consider submarines. So I thought, yeah, absolutely, I'll work with you. Signed an agreement with them, and now we're getting off the ground. I may well actually host one of these Zoom events next week, and I'm asking them to come along with me so that we can actually tell clients a bit more about the detail of it. But this is just really me getting off the ground. I thought it's a good example to show you how you might do that with your own particular products or services, or what you want to do. Now, if you don't have access to any of these facilities that I start doing here, please let me know afterwards. But I've opened up groups so that everyone can create one. I've opened them up. I'm going to try that. I think it's a good approach. I think making sure that everybody has access to these facilities is the best way to go about it, especially once people have come in and we know they're credible, and they're not going to be spamming or scamming. We know people that have actually put some money on the table in terms of their PayPal, even though it's a few dollars. They're unlikely to be putting in spams and calls, etc. So I think the groups are open, and I'll continue that until I see it being abused. It's unlikely, but let's get going. So I'm going to talk about submarines. So that's it. You just open up, create a group, and as you see, it's really quite simple. You have to start getting into the creative zone, and everyone does that differently, and it's not always easy for me. Being Scottish, English isn't actually my first language, I actually failed my English O grade about 3 times, so I'm rubbish at words. But I do go into a zone every now and then that thinks, oh, okay, I can do this, and somehow I create some words, and it comes from passion, and that's why I love yachts and submarines, because that helps drive me to come out with the right language, if I actually have a real passion for something. So group tagline is, we want you to know more about submarines. Join up here. Okay, group description. We are Lomond Yachts are now partners with U-Boat Works, and we'd like to introduce you to their products and services. These include purchase and charter options. There you go. That was quite easy, just came out of my fingers. Now, you can create this as a public, private, or secret. Now, I think I've got an associates network group, and I think I may well make that secret at some point. It makes sense for that not to be visible in the groups, because I kind of only want that to be a few people. Private, I might do that, and I've got that for some. I'm thinking I really don't want lots of people actually looking at some of the yachts over 80 meters, for example. I want only those people that are join that actually really do have. They'll consider it first before they just clicking the button. So in some aspects, you may make a decision to make public, private, or secret. I'm going to keep this one public because I think the more people that see it, the better. I'm going to move that over here, and I'm going to finish there. So that's a group created. Quite simple. Now, on my side, I don't think you have it on your side. I can charge for access to that group. I can invite people to join the group, or I can, just view it. So in this instance, I don't want to invite people. I don't want to charge. I can view in this group. So here we are. We're in the group. Now, the first thing I want to do is make a quick post. Quite literally, I've got on the other screen, I've got a YouTube video, which I uploaded last night, and provided by the good people at U-Boat Works. So I put in a YouTube link. There it is there. Just make sure it works. Well, it won't have that. This is one of my favorite videos from the U-Boat Works team. Take your time, relax, and take your time, sit back and relax and watch the experience. Okay, done. Post. Now in here, remember, you can actually schedule the post. So I think that's quite, I've done that before on another service that I've used before in the past. But I'm really delighted it's here because sometimes you're too busy during the week to actually do a lot of the social media, but maybe you've got time on a Saturday morning. So why don't you actually schedule that post to come up for its most impact on Monday at 10:15. There you go. I've now started to create my next week's schedule, and it tells me notify all members. Again, I'm not sure if you get this, because if everybody had to notify all the members all the time, I think that might get a bit too busy. But in this instance, I will notify you, and off it goes. The post will go live on Monday at 10:15. I'll just check it, make sure it works. I can't actually check it. Okay, it doesn't allow me to check that, to make sure. Continue to that. Don't notify. Right, okay, done that. Okay, so that's the first thing I wanted to do. And as you can see, it's really that easy, and you could probably set up the whole week ahead, the whole month ahead, just in maybe 1 or 2 hours on a Saturday morning, and that's you've got your schedule of social media, and then you can go and do something else, talk to clients and other things that are more important than actually sitting on here on your computer all day. That's the first thing I wanted to show you, and I'm going to go into the next thing. Get that out of the way. Back to groups. And now here's the group, Submarine, last active, view the group. Group just getting started. I think the next one I wanted to do was an image, just to show you that. Let's do an image, photo, U-Boat Works. There's quite a few that the guys get. Look at the, got a catalogue of great images here. There was one I started. I had a look at this last night, and I kind of like these ones. That's, it kind of gives you a top-down view of the submarine, and I could put an aerial view. Once it loads, I can get that done. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm building up a story, an experience within the group, because, you know, as you've seen, I'll just put that in there. I don't want to notify everybody, just keep annoying them. And there it comes up. So that, that will start building up the social media within the Submarines group, so that if someone comes along and starts to say, I wonder what the Submarines group is all about, they can then have a look back at the history quite easily, which is something you can easily do on your phone. And I suspect that's how people are going to use it. The last one I wanted to do was a PDF, attach a file. Now, because PDFs, again, I think are really valuable, and they will become more valuable when you start sharing it, because people can't actually click on these until they're actually a member. So if people see it, they actually try to click on it and then follow through and join. So it's a good teaser, the PDFs, as I found elsewhere. Post a here's the details of the charter. Now I can edit this a bit later. Again, don't keep annoying people by posting just the ones that are specific. Right, so how are we doing for time? We're 20 minutes in. I wanted to show repeat event. Right, so now the next thing is for next week, I'm going to now say, let's event title, submarine, let's talk submarines. There you go. I'm going to set up an event next week. Have my Zoom call. And why is it not sending? It's got 10. What date's it next week? 9th today, so it's the 16th. Not sure. Oh, there we go. 16th. 10 o'clock, blah, 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 online. And you'll find the Zoom. See, it's already got my Zoom details in here. Really dead easy to set up. And that's about it. I can maybe put a video or another image in there. Of what the submarine looks like, and then share that around. Now, the way you share it is quite easy as well, and as you've seen, you've probably seen it when I shared it on LinkedIn. But it's literally just put it on there. People have to join up, so you're not getting randoms coming to a Zoom call. You get people that have actually already joined up to the meeting. And this will be the event for those who want to know more about submarines. All right, as I say, I'll actually post that and edit it later so that it's a bit more clearer than that. And that's it. So in like 20 minutes, I've created a group, I've set up an event, and I can now actually go and say, where is it? I can recommend it, and I can share it somewhere. Where is it sharing? Event settings, download. I can add to calendar, and somewhere I can share it. View event, and I can probably share that. Is it up here? Add this to. Can't see my sharing. So at some point, I can actually, I can't show it here, but I share that on social media and get it out and about there. So while it's a closed environment to encourage people to come in and get all this information, once they're in, they will have a wealth. Now, I'm hoping that there's somebody joining late. I'm hoping that each of you have got something that you want to talk about. Because if you don't have something to talk about, then you're probably not going to get the most out of this network. You want to be talking all the time. In fact, the busier this is, the better, because more people will actually start to encourage and say, I'm not interested in submarines, but I'm interested in, I don't know, whatever areas that you're focusing on. I want that. So while I want to encourage clients from all of our communities to come in, and actually it's almost like, sharing them through a community that we're all working together on, and we all benefit from. So someone might come in for you're looking at super yachts, but then actually they're not interested in super yachts. They're more interested in a charter, which is maybe not from me, it's from someone else. So it's really that's the community I really want to inspire people on. Is that this is not just for me to talk about submarines. It's for you to talk about each of your products and services.
Right.
So Pasquale, thank you for joining. You missed most of the session. I've kind of covered what I needed to cover. Oh no, in fact, let me just do one or two other things. Topics, again, create topics in here. I can create one for submarines. You've all got the ability to do that. Create one for your product, and then edit it, and then make it all look good. Who can contribute? Only the host of that topic, or and that's again another way to, so that only you can change that. You can replace the background down there. So create topics that are actually of your particular product, and that way when they come up in the feed, you'll see a link where it just says that particular topic is related to. There you go, yachts over 80 meters, and then you can click on that and then see all the topics related to yachts over 80 meters. So that way, you've almost got another angle to bring people more into your particular subject matter. And then and the last thing I wanted to show you was please do invite people. The more people we build in this network, the better. Click on members. There's your invite. You can upload a CSV. If you haven't done that before, it's fairly easy. You might have it from previous LinkedIn or other ones. You can actually export from LinkedIn. If you go into your networks, there's an option in there to grab it. Not everyone shares their email, which is fine. But out of I had about 500 email addresses that I got, and you upload it. It shows you. Here's a sample of the email address that it got. It looks good to me. I'll try uploading again. I won't do that this time. So you can do that. You can import your contacts, which again, it goes into your Google account, and you can import them from there. Or you can just share your link. That way, as you see at the bottom, I'm a bronze ambassador myself. I've referred 6 members, and I've got another 4 to get to silver. So I'm kind of building up my own community, and I'm still to send it out to a lot of my newsletter group, which I plan to do very soon. I want to wait until we had a number of people sort of building up and experiencing it and giving me feedback, so that it was working to the way it should do. All right, that's the end of the conference, but I've got another 15 minutes where we can have a discussion. So hang on in there, and we'll stop the recording on this one. And thanks very much for your time on that.